You are listening to Infinite Time, a novel written and narrated by Mark D.K. Berry. Chapter 1. It was sound that woke him first, the insistent cry of a distant gull, and then the light from the morning sun that broke to dance shadows on the side of the tent. Chris sat up and looked around. Kate was lying beside him and he caught the scent of her perfume. It was the one she insisted on wearing even in bed, and brought a familiar nostalgic feeling to him. He tried to remember where they were. His sleepiness had an amnesic quality, and he could not recall. He watched the gentle rise and fall of her breathing beneath the sleeping bag for a while. Then he lay back down and shut his eyes, breathed a sigh and stretched himself out. Pulling the hood over his head, he smiled to himself at the luxury of not having to go to work. In the distance, a gull cried several more times and then stopped, leaving only the quiet of the early morning as he drifted back to sleep. Chapter 2. Wake up, sleepyhead. Kate was dressed and leaning over him, tapping him lightly, her long dark hair dropping down over his eyes to tickle his face. Replied Chris, not wanting to wake. Let's go for a walk to the next village. It looks like it's going to be a gorgeous day, she said. Sure, he replied, stretching and taking up the full length of the small tent as he did so. What time is it? He asked. Time for breakfast, she replied. Where are we? He asked. Kate looked at him askew. Duh, she said, and tapped on the top of his sleep-ruffled hair, then feigned a stupid voice as she added, Where we said we were going. Little Haven, stupid. Oh yeah, Little Haven, replied Chris, but he didn't remember. Come on, get up and make us some coffee, said Kate. Then she crawled out of the tent. Chris found his boxers at the bottom of the sleeping bag, and then he looked around for the rest of his clothes. He'd used his jumper for a pillow, and the others he found tucked down the side of the tent. He dressed awkwardly in the small space, then got on all fours to peer out of the entrance, before climbing out to join her in the fresh morning air. He looked around as he stretched himself into an upright position. He recognised it as the same spot they'd camped the last time they'd stayed in Wales. Once again they sat up close to the cliff tops in a farmer's field surrounded by hedgerows. It was a long rectangular field, and the recently mowed grass was still a thick, dark green. The weather had been good, so any mud spots were mostly dry, other than for the morning.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?